Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Akash and in today's video we'll be learning how we can get started with Docker. So you all must have heard about that issue that this code works on my laptop but not yours. So Docker fixes these kind of problems. Let's suppose you build a React app and you shared it with your colleague, and when your colleague tried to run it, boom, it crashed. So what could be the reason? Like different operating system, different software versions, or different setup? So how Docker solves this is it simply puts your app, the required dependencies, the runtime configurations into a box which is known as container. Think of it like a lunch box. No matter where you take your lunch box, home, office or school, the food inside stays the same. So with the help of Docker, like developers can run the exact same application on any machine without saying that it works on mine, right? And it's simply like packaging your app once and run it anywhere. So friends, this was a small introduction about Docker. Now let's see it in action. So friends, this is the React application that we are going to use for the sake of this video. Okay, it's a small React to do application. Let's have a look. It looks something like this. Okay, and if we talk about the folder structure, it's a simple folder structure, simple React application that we have run using npm run dev. The main motive of this video is not to learn about React, it's to learn about Docker. Okay, so let's get started. Now I want to tell you, like show you few things before we start coding. So this is the DockerHub. You can think of it like a cloud-based registry where developers can store, share or manage their container images. Okay, it's something similar to GitHub where we manage our code, right? Now the next thing is Docker Desktop. So I would recommend you all to download this Docker Desktop where you can manage your containers, you can have a look at them, you can start them, stop, even delete them from here. Plus you can also have a look at the images listing, images that you have created, and the logs as well. So it's connecting to the log stream. You can have a look at all the logs, right? So do download this Docker Desktop as well. Now let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a file which is Docker file, and I'm going to paste the code. Don't worry, we are going to understand it line by line. So what does this means? From node colon 20 hyphen alpine, it means that we are telling Docker which base image to start with. Okay, so going forward we are going to create the image, and on the basis of that image we are going to create the container, start the container. So for creating that image we are going to use this node colon 20 hyphen alpine as a base image, or you can say a foundation, right? It means node 20 is the version. Okay, alpine means alpine linux, that will be used as a operating system. Now you can say, or you can ask, why we are using node image. We are using node image because to run this React application we need to use this npm run dev, right? React application needs npm and node.js to run this application. That's why we are using node colon 20 hyphen alpine. Okay, you can use some other image of node as well. Now work dir slash app, it means that we are creating a folder which is known as slash app inside the container, and we are setting it as a current working directory. Or you can also say that it is equivalent to mkdir slash app then cd slash app, right? Then what we are doing over here is we are simply copying package.json and package.log.json from our local machine to containers slash app, that is containers current directory, right? Then the npm install, it will simply install all the listed dependencies in our package.json. Okay, all the dependencies that we have listed in our package.json, it will simply install it inside the container. Now copy dot space dot, what it does, it will copy the entire project into the container. This dot means the source, that is the current local directory, and this dot means the destination, that is current container directory. Now we are simply doing expose 5.73. This is not actually exposing anything, it's just we are just documenting that the application listens on port 5.73, and if you know, Weed's default development port is also 5.73. Now the last step is the command which is npm run dev, which we want our container to run when it starts. Okay, and this npm run dev will listen only on localhost which is inside the container, but if you want Docker to route the traffic to our browser, we need to add this hyphen hyphen host as well. Now friends, we have like successfully created the Docker file. What I want to show you next is some of the images, sorry, some of the commands like docker ps. it will list all the containers. Like I think it will list the running containers, and right now none of these are running. So let's quickly start this container and let's see if it lists them. Yes, cool. So we got the container ID, the name, the command, ports, everything over here. Now the next command that we can talk about is docker images. So these are the list of images that we have on our system. Now let's run another command. So friends, now we are going to start building the image. Docker build -t, and the name of the image we can do is react to do app, right? And I'm going to add YouTube, just an identifier. Dot is just a current directory where we have our Docker file. So just hit enter, and as we can see, it's pulling the this image from the DockerHub, okay, and then it's running all these steps that we have mentioned over here. The work directory /app, copy, run, npm install, and it's caching them as well. One more thing that you might question, that why we have copied it before and why we have copied rest of the part after npm install, so that Docker can simply cache this dependencies and don't run the npm install part every time we change the source code. Okay, so this is the command. Now we have got our this react to do app image, and we can quickly see this over here. React to do app yt. Cool. Clear it. Now what we are going to do is I will simply run the command for creating the container. And if we have to define the image, then image is simply a read only file which serves as a, you can say, blueprint for creating Docker containers. Okay, now let's give it react to do application and an identifier that is yt, okay, which means YouTube, and we can add the port, something like this. Then we are going to do port mapping 5173:5173, and the name of the image that we have just created, something like this. Cool. So friends, as we can see, our container is up and running. Let's try to access it. So it's working. You can also have a look at this over here. Let me stop this one over here, the container that we have just created. Okay, and one more thing I want to tell you. So friends, this is known as port mapping. This is our host port, which is our like computer port, and this is the Docker containers port. And Docker connects both ports together, because like when we run this, the React application is running inside the Docker container on port 5173, but our browser is running on our desktop, right? Like outside the like Docker. So Docker connects both the port, which is known as port binding or port mapping. You can also do one thing, that is, let's stop this, and you can simply do 5174 over here. Okay, so it's saying it's already in use, so either you can like rename it, or what I'm going to do is delete this and once again. So over here it's mentioning 5173. You can think of it as a container logs, right? But if you will check over here, it's a port mapping. So on our local host, it's exposed on 5174, right? So we are able to use it on 5174. Cool. Now another thing, so we are done with the Docker setup. Okay, we are like it's running over here as well. This is something that we have run using npm run dev. We can like simply quit it, and this is something that we are running using Docker. Now another thing that I want to show you is that you can also have your own repository over here, and I think it will provide you like unlimited public repositories and one private repository. You can like Google it out. Okay, so what we will try is we will try something like we are going to push our image onto this DockerHub, and then we will try pulling it. Okay, so that will be a good example. of that it works on my system and it's not working on your system, right? Something like that. So let's go step by step. There are going to be like certain steps that we have to follow. What we can do is, first we need to have a look at the Docker images, and as we can see, this is the image that we have created, right? So there is some standard that we need to follow. We need to rename our image. So I'm going to retag it react to do hyphen app yt. Okay, I'm going to retag it, and the standard to retag is like DockerHub expects the image name in like a following format, which is DockerHub username slash repository name colon tag. Okay, so if I have to talk about the username, then the username will be, okay, something like this. And let's copy this command. Let's paste let's paste this over here, and this is the expected format, right? Paste this, and over here inside tag name, what we can do is we can simply give it react hyphen to do, okay, hyphen app yt latest, something like this. Cool. So it has renamed the image, and we can also like run the command docker images to see this. Okay, so don't get confused. This is the recent one, right? Just let me delete this. Just give me a second. I will delete these images so that we are not confused. Delete forever, delete forever, delete forever. Okay, cool. So once again, let's see. We don't have anything. Let's start once again. So we are going to retag it. We have this image that we have to retag in this format, that is the DockerHub username slash repository name and the tag name. Cool. Now let's see if we have this. Yeah, we got this image. Now what is the next step? We have got this image. Let's quickly do Docker login. You need to do the Docker login, right? What you need to do, you simply need to log in using the same your account username and password. So it will log in me. Yeah, it has logged in me, it has authenticated using the existing credentials, like I have like previously logged in, so that's why it didn't ask me username and password. Now the next step that we need to follow is push it, like docker push, and the similar thing, this particular image that we have just created. Okay, so it has like got this repository that we have created. So meanwhile it is doing all these like it is pushing the image. Let me show you. So this is the option where you can like simply create the repository, write the repository name, and you can choose like public or private, and over here it's showing that we only have like one private repository access. Okay, so I think it must have pushed it. So we can do is let's quickly like verify it. And cool friends, we have our react to do app image over here. So we have done this step, that we have pushed our image onto the Docker Hub. The next step we can follow is we can simply, let's say I am your friend and I have created this React application. Now I want you to try it. So what you can do, let's say what you can simply do is pull this particular image. So for that, let's first create one folder on which we can do this, like docker test yt cd docker test yt. Over here what we are going to do, we can simply try pulling this image, docker pull this image. I hope it will run. Cool. So as we can see, it has successfully pulled the image. Now the next step, so friends, now we are not creating the container on the basis of Docker file that I have on my local. Okay, it's an end-to-end flow. I am actually pulling the image from the Docker Hub, and then I am running the entire step, hyphen hyphen name, and name could be like pulled image, like React pulled image. Please ignore the naming convention, hyphen p, and we can like play around with 5175 colon 5173, something like this. Okay, and the name of the image. And as you can see, we have got the logs over here. Now let's quickly go to the Docker desktop. And friends, as we can see, it's working. Okay, it's a image section on container. Yeah, so this is the React app pulled image that we have just created, and as you can see, it's working. And yeah, it's up and running on port 5175. So friends, one last thing that I would like to share is that this was not a in-depth video on Docker. Okay, it was just how we can get started, a quick, a quick way to get started on Docker. So what we have learned is, like, we have learned about some of the commands, how we can see the containers, the images, how we can create the images, what are Docker images, what are Docker containers. Okay, then we have also created this Docker file. I've like also explained it step by step. Then we followed a process where we pushed our image onto the DockerHub. Okay, and I would like recommend you should also, like, like follow the entire step. And then we have like pulled this, and we have successfully launched the container. So friends, like, if you have learned something new, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.